Did you know that Amazon has a free marketing tool to help you sell more books to customers on the Amazon platform? And recently they updated it so that now it will showcase more of your books to potential customers. You now have a say in what book recommendations Amazon can make to potential customers. And now there's also some useful behind the scenes features that just gives you some extra data about your books and about the book sales. So this is what we're going to look at in today's video. Now, if you're not been to this channel before, then welcome. My name's Paul Marles and I do videos on how to make it, keep it and grow it. And that's your money I'm talking about. If you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button and smash that notification bell. So what is this marketing tool? Well, it's the author page, which you can create with a free Amazon Author Central account. So in this video, we're going to look at what it is and the new updates. I'll show you how to set up your page properly, and we'll look at those new behind the scenes features as well. So first of all, what is an Amazon author page? Well, if you go across to any Amazon listing of books, you'll see that the author names or publisher names are highlighted in blue. And if you click on one of these, it takes you to an author page, which now looks like this, where you've got an about the author section, your most popular book, and then a listing of all your books. Now, this only applies at the moment to Amazon.com, so that's the US site. On the older sites, and what the author page used to look like was this. Now, you may say, well, actually, this looks a bit better, but I'll show you some of the disadvantages of it. First of all, this has gone. This was a section where publishers could upload videos, blog posts about their books, and it had this feature here where you could scroll through all the books, which actually looks quite nice and you can quickly scroll through the books. But there was one feature of this that I didn't like, and that was if you were to scroll through this list and you saw a book that you liked, if you just clicked on that book instead of clicking on open link in new tab, it would open the book page. But then what happened is when you went back to the author page, it took you straight back to the beginning of the book listings. So I used to find it actually a bit of a pain, and I would often give up on that. It did have book listings, as we can see here, but not many. The new version showcases so many more books at once. Now, as I said, the older version is still on the Amazon sites in different countries, but I'm sure that's all going to be changed in the near future, and they'll all be updated to this new version. So the benefits of having one of these pages is that it gives increased visibility to your books. You can show more of your books, potential customers. And the author page is actually a feature that me personally, I use all the time. Whenever I look at a book that I'm thinking about buying, I always click on the author link and see what other books they've got for sale, because maybe they have something that's more appropriate to what I'm looking for. And quite often I'll buy at once 2 or 3 books from the same author if they look interesting, which is probably why on my Kindle I've got over 1,000 books, many of which I've not yet read. But hopefully one day, sat on a beach, sipping margaritas, I'll be able to get through them. Now, one of the other benefits is that this gives you a brand, because you can upload a logo, as I'll show you in a moment, and also a biography. And the way it's all set out, it just gives you more of a professional appearance, more of a better brand. And again, that creates trust. Customers will tend to buy more books from sellers that do have that sort of brand appearance. I know sellers that don't have an author page, if you click on their author name, it just takes you to a normal Amazon listing, and that author's books can be dotted around in that listing in no particular order, and intermixed with that are books from other publishers as well. So it doesn't look particularly good, and it is a bit of a pain because you've got to search through all the Amazon listings. In an author page, they're all there for a customer to see. The other benefit of having an author page is that you do get some useful analytics, which we'll look at in a moment, give you a better insight into your book sales, and also, as I'll show you why in a moment, it will save you a bit of time as well. So let's look at setting up one of these pages on Amazon. So first of all, you'd go to author.amazon.com and you'll see a page like this. And all you need to do is just click on join for free and it will take you to a sign-in page. And it says here, if you're a KDP author, then sign in with your KDP account. It will then take you to a page like this. Now, what you need to do is to either search for a title of one of your books, search your author name, or search using an ISBN of one of your books or one of your ASINs as well. So here, I'm just going to put in my name. Now, I don't have any books published under my name. You will see some books published on Amazon under my name. They are not my books. So this is what you'll be presented with. It'll be a list of books. And what you do is choose those books that are yours. Then Amazon will send you a confirmation email, and overall it can take up to 7 days for them to approve your account and for it to all be set up. When it is set up, you'll be presented with a page like this. Now, I do have to scrub out images of my books and my brand. The reason being is that due to exposure on this channel, people just go and copy my books identically. Anyway, this is a page you are presented with. So what you want to do when setting up is to click on Profile, which will take you to this page. And this is where you upload a logo of your brand and also down here, your short biography. So just think of something interesting to say about your publishing business, why you're publishing books, the type of books that you create. Now you can go ahead here and see what your author page looks like on the different sites. Again, as I mentioned on those other sites, it will look like the older version. You can create a link to your author page, which is very useful for marketing purposes. You could put that link in books that you publish, but also I think what's a better use is to use it on social media sites. So you could use this on things like Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, and sites like that, so people can click on it and go direct to your author page. It says here, manage blog feeds, photos and videos. Those have now been done away with. So the next tab is this one here where it says books. And here it will list all the books that you've added to your account. Now, books won't automatically appear here unless you add each one individually to your account. So to add each book, you just click here on Add It Now. So it is a little bit of a pain if you've got a lot of books, and it can take some time. Once you've done all that, that's your actual author page that customers see, that's all set up. So there's nothing more to do on that front. So let's have a look at these other new useful features. So what you need to do is click on Reports and Marketing. And this is where I think it gets quite interesting. Here you've got this section called Book Recommendations. And if you click on Create Recommendation, it will take you to this page where you can make selections of your books. So my most talked about book is my book I wish more readers knew about. If you're new to my work, I recommend starting with this book, and so on. Now, it says here that once submitted, the book recommendations will be shown on your Amazon author page and Amazon website. And also it says that when Amazon emails customers or potential customers, they may send those recommendations to customers as well. So it's just an extra way of potentially picking up new customers and also highlighting new books to old customers. And you can see here there's this section where it says Amazon followers. In fact, I didn't know about this, so this may be new to the Amazon Author Central, but I've got 400 followers. Now, I think in the lifetime of all my books, I've sold about 85,000 books. So the conversion rate of customers to followers is going to be very small. But again, it's just a few extra sales that potentially could be made if Amazon is recommending your books to these followers. And if we scroll down, we've got these sections here. One is sales rank. Now, this is quite useful because if you wanted to know what the sales ranks of your books were, instead of going to the Amazon.com page, clicking on each book, looking at what the sales rank is, it will tell you this if you just click on View Report. And here you will see a listing, usually in order, of your books with the bestsellers rank here on the left-hand side. So this is very useful just to get an idea of where your books are in terms of bestsellers rank. The next section is the BookScan weekly sales report, which looks like this. Now, this is not the total sales of all your books. This is just the total sales of your best-selling books. And here on the right-hand side, you've got your best-selling book, your second most best-selling book. You can click on these little boxes and compare sales over a period of time of your best-selling books and, you know, all your other books. Just a little bit of extra useful information. And lastly, we've got customer reviews. And this lists the customer reviews in order as they come in for all your different books. Again, it's just a bit of useful information. It's better than going to each book, clicking on reviews and having a look at those reviews. You can just quickly scroll through and get an idea of what customers are saying about your particular books. So when it comes to marketing your books, this is just one useful aspect of that, because you've got all other aspects like building a website, using social media like Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook. But this is free. It's on Amazon and is probably going to get a lot more eyeballs than your other social media accounts, unless you build those up quite well and build traffic to them. So it's just a useful way of building a brand and hopefully getting more book sales. Now, if you are new to this whole book publishing process on Amazon and you want to know how to maybe get started on publishing, say, a basic notebook and uploading it to Amazon and hitting that publish button, then what I suggest doing is watching this playlist where I go through all the different steps involved in this business of creating and publishing on Amazon. Thank you much for your time. It is very much appreciated. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until next time, goodbye.